Because where are the girlies going? Like, I'm ready for my next trip. Like, where are we going this summer? Hey guys, welcome. My name is Alexandria, and on this channel, we discuss all things that smell good, from candles to lotions, body oils, and of course, perfume. So if you're new here, welcome, and if not, welcome back. Okay, so do y'all see the tan? Is the tan giving? Listen, your girl was in Jamaica for vacation and I had the best time of my life. We were there celebrating my best friend's bachelorette weekend and we had such a good time. Let me tell you something. When I go on vacation, it is such an excuse for me to bring all of my smell goods. I'm that girl who has like 10 decants of perfume with her, even if I'm going to be there for like 4 nights, because I need to have options. I want to share with you all a few of the perfumes I brought with me on vacation, just in case you need a little bit of recommendations for your upcoming trip this summer. So if you're interested, then stay tuned. So if you caught my very first video, which was a springtime masterpiece, I mentioned one of my most favorite fragrances of all time, and that is Narco Oasis by Narcotica. This was a fragrance that I absolutely knew I had to bring with me on vacation because it is the epitome of vacation in a bottle, literally. The notes for this is going to be passion fruit, blood orange, black currant, vanilla, pear, peach, brown sugar, tonka, jasmine, iris, vanilla, sandalwood, musk, amber, and blonde woods. So it has a ton of notes in here, and this literally smells like someone took a vacation in the West Indies and bottled it up. Yeah, it's so good. It's so sweet and juicy and tart, but it's also super creamy and it just screams like tropical vibes. I love this. There's always like a fragrance that everyone has that just allows them to like be transported somewhere. Whenever I get a whiff of it, it can be in the dead of February or it can be in the height of summer. Get transported to somewhere where I'm surrounded by warm sand and blue waters and I have a pina colada or some type of fruity tropical cocktail in hand. Yeah, I can never not be on vacation and not bring this. This is literally a vacation in a bottle. This worked so well in Jamaica too. So let me first start off by saying Jamaica was hot. It was hot as hell down there. One of the things about fragrances is that you don't want to go into an environment where it's so hot and humid and the weather basically just eats your fragrance because it's so hot. So basically doesn't have a chance to like do its thing. Narco Oasis definitely stood on all 10 toes. She was there from the time I sprayed her to the time I took a shower and was ready for bed. She stayed on for the entire duration. And if you know, Narco Oasis is not to be played with. This is a massive performer. She's going to be loud. She's going to be sweet. You're going to be smelled. You're going to be attracting everybody, even some of the insects too, because you're going to be smelling like a sweet, juicy, fruity cocktail, which is going to attract literally not just people, but also the insects around you. So be mindful. I would definitely like wear this more so if you're be like in an air conditioned type of environment versus like being outside, unless it's at nighttime. I wore this out a couple of times that we went out to go dancing and it worked perfectly. Narco Oasis is so delicious. It's so creamy, it's so sweet, but it also is very tart. Literally, again, it's that passion fruit in here. It's like passion fruit and then someone just poured brown sugar and vanilla all over it and it just became this intoxicating tropical treat and I love it. Narco Oasis by Narcotica is definitely a great choice if you're going on vacation. So are you even on vacation if you don't bring an SPF type of fragrance? No. One of my favorite all-time SPF inspired, SPF smelling, that coconut white jasmine smelling perfume is coming from Finery. This is called Sunforia. This is a line you can get from Target, although I do think they may have discontinued this specific perfume. I don't know why they do that. Why do they always like discontinue the good stuff? Anyways, Finery is a brand that does dupes for really popular fragrances. And I believe Sunforia is a dupe for Tom Ford's Soleil Blanc. And Yeah, this is literally sunscreen in a bottle. And I feel like you can't have summer or you can't have vacation or tropical time or a tropical fragrance without having one of these in your collection. Yeah, smells so good. I gotta spray this. This just smells like summer. I love SPF smelling fragrances too because it captures summer for me. It smells like you are just lathered and bathed in sun tanning oil. Literally what I was doing the entire trip. I was dousing myself in sun tanning oil to get my tan on, and it smelled just like this. And afterwards, when it was time for us to go out for dinner or just leave the property, this was the fragrance that I would wear just to kind of carry on that sun tanning, getting all that sun type of vibe. Sunforia is a beautiful, warm, soft orange blossom with manoi oil, and this just smells like the most luxurious, beautiful, tropical sunscreen. It's not like the cheap stuff that you get from Target, but it smells very elevated and very luxurious and very just are on like one of the best resorts somewhere tropical. There's palm trees and everything is like the best of the best. This is absolutely stunning. It smells really good. It's the manoi oil. Manoi oil for me just comes across as sunscreen-y, but it's like the best type of sunscreen. So the notes listed on Fragrantica for this particular fragrance is going to be manoi oil, orange blossom, and amberwood. So there is no actual coconut listed, but for all intents and purposes, it does smell like coconut. You really get the orange blossom in here. The orange blossom helps it not be so flat like a sunscreen, but it makes it more sweet and just more just kind of warm and fluffy. I love this. I hate that it's being discontinued because I have this bottle almost at the halfway mark. I got this like a year and a half ago, so coming up on 2 years. I wore this religiously all last summer, so I don't know what I'm gonna do once this runs out because I really do enjoy this. Like you smell like the Soleil Blanc, but at a fraction of the price. I think these go for like 25, 30 bucks at Target. So it's the fraction of what you would pay for the Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. Wearing this just really just kind of helped make a good transition from being on the pool to going and doing some of like the evening festivities. So if you're looking for a sunscreen type of fragrance and you can still find it at your Target, I definitely recommend Sunforia by Finery. So while we were in Jamaica, we went on a yacht and we were out there on the Caribbean Sea, just really enjoying ourselves, drinking, listening to music. A few of us went snorkeling. The fragrance I chose to wear for that particular excursion was Orabella's Salted Muse. This was a fragrance that I picked up back in May that I knew I went to bring with me on this trip to Jamaica. And it did not disappoint. This was the perfect fragrance to wear for just a trip. This has notes of sea salt, pink pepper, olive tree, lavender, fig, sandalwood, cedar, and amber. This smelled so beautiful and was so perfect for the setting that we were in. Surrounded by this beautiful water and you're getting a whiff of the sea breeze and then your skin is already really warmed up from the sun. This just smelled absolutely beautiful. All of the notes were amplified, especially the fig and the sea salt. It just smelled really magical. I felt like a mermaid wearing this or some type of sea goddess. I love this. This just plays really well on really sun-kissed, already kind of warm skin. And then just being around that sea breeze and that ocean air just really just allowed everything to really marry really well together. I love this fragrance too because it's not very feminine, it's not overly masculine, it's right smack dab in the middle. I think because it has those notes of cedar and amber and sandalwood that really kind of allows it to be for both men or women. This is sexy. I would love to smell this on a man. Yeah, this is really good. Just imagine yourself wearing like a super luxe white linen type of number and you're on a yacht, you spray this on and you just have the best sea breeze come and pick up the scent and it just trails in the air. Yeah, I love this. This was Salted Muse by Orabella. Okay, so up next is a fragrance that did not received too much recognition, or I haven't heard too much about it on YouTube. And this is Mont Blanc Signature Absolute. Not to be confused with its sister that comes like in the white bottle, same size and everything, same shape, but it's like the opaque white. This is the flanker, which smells nothing like the original, but it smells really, really good. Notes for Signature Absolute is pear, mandarin orange, pink pepper, ylang ylang, frangipani, tuberose, tonka, and cedar. I get no other notes other than the frangipani and the ylang ylang and maybe the tonka. This literally smells like the color yellow. It is bright, buttery, yellow, fluffy, waxy, obnoxious yellow florals. It smells like bananas, but also kind of warm too from that tonka bean. Yeah, this is a yellow floral perfume if I ever smelled one. Frangipani is actually a flower that is native to Jamaica. This just smells like the island. I don't know how else to explain it. Everywhere we went, from the shops to the stores to outside, just anywhere we were at on the property or off the property, this is what Jamaica smells like to me. Ylang ylang, frangipanis, and warm brown sugar and tonka beans. That is what the country smells like, in my opinion. Again, we talked about fragrances that have like a scent memory for you. I will think about Jamaica from here forward whenever I smell this fragrance. It just smells like the country to me. It's bright and big and yellow and happy and energetic. It's banana-y and fruity, but like not the type of fruit that like berries. It's like exotic fruits. Again, that banana is just, whew, although no bananas listed, it's that frangipani and ylang ylang. Then it's sweet, but it's a warm sweetness. It's not like the tooth-achingly sweet. There's a level of familiarness that I get when I smell this, and it's so comforting. So I wore this fragrance when we would go out at nighttime. I was kind of alternating between Narco Oasis and the Mont Blanc because they translate really well in those settings because they are so loud and, you know, a bit obnoxious that it kind of works in those settings. You're dancing and just like the heat from your body and then just from being around people, we're in tropical airs, it just really amplifies all of the goodness that the fragrances bring. I definitely will reserve it for just vacations. I don't think I could ever really wear this in like the colder months because it does smell like summer. And I think my mind has already just kind of filed away this as, this is your Jamaica scent. When you want to revisit and have like a walk down memory lane, this is the one you pull out. This is Signature Absolute by Mont Blanc. So I was so excited to bring with me on the trip Miami Nectar. This is another fragrance I picked up back in May. And the notes listed for Miami Nectar is coconut water, pineapple, pine leaf, frangipani, wild jasmine, lily of the valley, vanilla, driftwood, amberwood, and moss. This is such a juicy, juicy fragrance. Woo! So I would wear this in conjunction with the Sunforia from Finery because this just smells like a tropical, juicy pineapple coconut concoction. This smells like a pina colada. I don't get Miami vibes from this because when I think of Miami, I don't think of like this type of smell. I think of more tropical locations like Jamaica. Can y'all tell I'm so pressed I went somewhere? It's such a bright pineapple too. It is very juicy. It's a little bit tart as well. The coconut here, although the notes is coconut water, it's a little bit creamier in my opinion. So I would even say like coconut milk has that type of underlying creaminess that coconut milk brings, and it has that kind of sunscreen quality. Definitely pick up on the vanilla and the amberwood, which makes it really, really sweet, but also really, really warm. Vanilla and amberwood in any type of fragrance is really going to help ground it and give it some type of warmth, kind of seal the bow on the final package. What was interesting though, is it smells very different from when I first picked it up. When I first picked it up, it was a little bit more on the kind of lighter side. Since having it since back in May, earlier May, This has definitely developed into a richer, deeper, kind of more thick type of fragrance. Once I finish this small 10 ml, I definitely would see myself upgrading to the larger side. I like this house though. Ellis Brooklyn is a house that I have not kind of explored too much with. I do have one other fragrance from them. It's the Apple Love fragrance I own, and I have this one, but I really do like their fragrances. I definitely want to check out more of them. If you're looking for kind of a coconut, summery, a little bit kind of a SPF vibe, I would definitely recommend Miami Nectar by Ellis Brooklyn. So last on the list is going to be from Parfums de Marly. This is Valaya. Valaya is the fragrance that I wore on the plane there and on the way back. This was I just want to smell good in the airport, on the airplane, and just kind of prepare myself for all the fun things that are to come. The notes listed is going to be aldehydes, white peach, bergamot, mandarin orange, orange blossom, Petalia, lily of the valley, vetiver, nymphiol, mahonia, musk, ambroxan, akigaliwood, and then vanilla. This fragrance is so fresh. It's very laundry-esque, I would even say. The aldehydes here really are front and center, so you have to like aldehydes to, I think, really appreciate this fragrance too. It's the aldehydes, the musk, and the orange blossom is really kind of what I pick up when I spray this. One of the things that I love about Parfums de Marly is that the performance, from the projection to the longevity and just the overall just smell of the fragrance, is really top tier, so that you're going to be able to wear it and it's going to last you throughout the entire time you choose to have this fragrance on. And that's what I was looking for too. Like when I'm traveling, moving about, I just want to be able to have something that I know where I smell good. I don't have to constantly reapply, and I also don't want to be offensive to anyone around me. Valaya just works well in that setting. You're just gonna smell really fresh, really clean. People are going to enjoy the smell around you, because that's also important too, right? I mean, I get it. We want to wear fragrances for ourselves, but it's also nice when you wear fragrances that other people can enjoy too. And when I was sitting on the flight, I got a compliment from my row buddy, and they, asked what I was wearing, and I told them very kindly it was Valaya. You just want a fragrance where you want to smell super fresh, clean, a little bit kind of like laundry in a way, but really like elevated. There's nothing screechy about this fragrance. It just smells like money, and you have your life together and everything's okay in the world. This is what you want to smell like, especially when you're traveling, because traveling is already crazy and hectic, and you're doing a million things, and you're just having to pull out your passport and like make it to your gate, and you're wanting everything to kind of move smoothly. Definitely check out Valaya by Parfums de Marly. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Let me know your recommendations for tropical vacations that you have planned for this summer. What are you guys wearing? I want to know, and where are you guys going? I feel like this summer is going to be one that is filled with travel, and let's just make sure we're smelling good while doing it. So until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.